EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. And that the first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On the run, it's Oliver. Shifts by him. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. To hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
He's got a man downfield. It's Harris. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20.
Now a handoff up the middle. Maxwell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ronnie Hickman there charging in from the secondary to drop it.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Smith. That one taken in by Neighbors. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
A gain of 7 yards.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Trey Harris, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cleveland offense making their way out. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Second and 11. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Number 37.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Second down. At the Steelers'
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Number 10.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It's a gain of 5.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Steelers 7.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets past one man. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
At the 49-yard line.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early, so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he rifles one incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. You look at the Steeler defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And that right there is what they're going to need to do because this is not an elite unit. They've got to keep everything in front of them, rally up and make plays. A lot of defensive coordinators call top-down defense. Don't give up anything behind you.
It's 3rd down and 12.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have moved out in front. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Dances by him. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Up the middle they go. It's Maxwell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Smith. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mason Graham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Oliver. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
31-yard line.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like clothes.
the RPO. He completes it. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They run. It's Oliver. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he's locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Out of the gun, Smith. That one caught. That's Harris. And he will have the Steelers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Maxwell. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Smith. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. It's Maxwell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it here with Oliver. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
He was brought down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No run before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
143 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Maxwell.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Maxwell. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Smith. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Quick throw there is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll drop to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
To throw is Smith.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's caught at the 25. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Maxwell. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good divisional matchup in the black and blue NFC North. And it's Jackson Dart. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame, he also added a rushing touchdown for good measure.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Oh, good move. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Steelers.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Up the middle they go. Maxwell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
105 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
26-yard line.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Smith now to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Heading out, it's the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Oliver. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This is taken around the 12. A
Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
That's good for a Steelers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. Over the middle, it's complete.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he gets it up past the 35. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Oliver. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
47-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
At the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
now we hand off up the middle. It's Oliver.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 176 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Oliver.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A pickup of 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. 2nd and 5. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
The Browns will line up.
They'll try and run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. 2nd and 9. Here's Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Now Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. They'll run on 1st down. It's Maxwell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Smith. He'll try to pick it up himself. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
They go again with Oliver. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 199 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
At the 36-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Third down and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out in your midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
They'll keep it on the ground. Maxwell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down for Pittsburgh.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Third down and 13.
Here's Smith. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First down. First and 10 at the 36.
On first down, it's Oliver. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Sherman.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Up the middle they go. It's Oliver. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's going to take this across the 15 into Browns territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now 2nd and 5. And he slings one that's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, don't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
First down. A 28-yard gain. And the Steeler first down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You know, when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they bring what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. So now the Browns down by 2. Just over 1:40 to play. The late fumble gives him unexpected new life as they come up first down. Back to throw.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
They'll look to throw.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
15 yards.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sherman.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Graham now to boot it away after the made field goal. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Smith to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
That's another Steelers first down.
And under 20 seconds now as the spike comes with 18 ticks remaining. Now a give right side. It's Maxwell. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
37.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.